Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually had some pretty interesting PlayStation 5 Slim stuff now coming out over here, and although it's been a little bit on the skeptical side, we're going to go talk about that too as well, because always don't 1000% believe everything you're seeing. Some of the timelines, some of the website timelines, some of the changes, and everything else in between has been very, very interesting. Now I'm going to report on this one too as well. I just want to give you guys know it's kind of like a 50-50. We're going to talk about it, talk about why it could be good, why it could be bad regardless, but either way, we are seeing a lot of PlayStation 5 Slim news popping up once again as of today. So we're going to talk about this, talk about the drama, talk about the leaks, and as well how some pretty big retailers may also have messed on up a little bit. So if you guys all stay tuned, relax, and enjoy. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch and down below, so if you guys want to follow up on either or, and of course all the Amazon links too as well. So I appreciate you guys all so much, and let's dive into the news. So as you guys know, we're kind of patiently awaiting for the next information when it comes to PlayStation 5 Slim, upcoming PlayStation consoles, and everything in between. And while we do know a lot of leaks seem like it's coming true, and it is in the works or whatever it may be, we still don't have 100% confirmation, especially from Sony and or PlayStation themselves. So one of the big things to note is that as of right now, as of today, it's kind of been the big gaming news, there's a really big retailer down in Australia. Now, as you guys know, there's different countries in the world. I hope, please tell me you guys know that. But if you guys don't, for whatever reason, there's different types of big major retailers in, say, America versus the UK versus Australia. Like, it's not Walmarts and Targets everywhere. I hope to God you guys know this. If not, I'm going to have to go and switch up my YouTube trajectory, maybe do some educational videos. But basically for this one, there's other places such as now called The Good Guys, which has been a pretty big retailer floating around, and it's more of Australian based. Like if you guys go to the website itself, they still have the listing over here, and as well, you guys can even see their locations over here from Melbourne over here. So one thing a lot of people noticed for this is that they have the new look, slimmer PlayStation 5, incredibly vivid, vibrant colors with breathtaking HDR visuals and immersion, whether you're gonna be gaming or streaming movies and TV shows found in the PlayStation category. So basically what this is that they have the listing for the new look, slimmer PlayStation 5. Now, I've actually been hearing some conflicting stuff so far. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I just want to talk about this because it's intriguing either way. Some folks are saying this actually might have been a listing for a PS4, and it was just slightly updated, which is why it may potentially just be like maybe like a filler place point or whatever it may be. But a lot of folks are also kind of very harping on the slimmer PlayStation 5, mainly because it's not slimmer if it's not like a slim PS5, them going to remove the disk drive or the next iteration that has been leaked very, very heavily. Now, it is a little bit of ways out, though. It'll probably be around 4 months or so, because we are kind of seeing a lot of the rumors for September time. A lot of folks are saying September is the expected rumored date, or what people are kind of expecting. It's always subject to change. But this has actually been really big, because this is like the equivalent of like a Walmart, or a Target, or a Best Buy, or whatever, basically having a brand new listing for the Slim PlayStation 5, which has been very heavily rumored, to the point where a lot of these big articles over here, even as of today, and like Reset Terra, which has been a very big leaking forum, have even made their things over here. They're saying, hey, PS5 Slim listed on Australian online retailer, announcement soon, ? As of earlier on today. This is basically the listing we just showed you over here in the first place. This website sells a large variety of products, mostly electronics, but what I found was curious was the description, what sounds like a PS5 Slim. Of course, there isn't any photos or even a price, but maybe this means there might be an announcement soon too as well, and a lot of folks are even kind of agreeing to as well. Maybe just a little bit too early, even for the one that Tom Henderson and some other folks have also tried to leak to as well, which they did want to default down to the September time stamp. So a lot of folks are kind of getting a little bit more hyped on this because we know it's coming. I don't want to say it's confirmed until PlayStation officially goes and announces it on a PlayStation blog or a listing or whatever, but a lot of folks, we've had internal leaks, we've had some production leaks, kind of similar for the upcoming Switch, which we just know it's in the works. We just know the rough idea and concepts. We just don't know exactly when, where, what, and how. And a lot of folks are saying yeah, some folks are maybe saying they want to maybe wait for maybe around Final Fantasy 16. Maybe around that time, or they may try to work in new bundles with Final Fantasy 16, or as well, they may try to work in general things too with Spider-Man, where a lot of folks might be saying Spider-Man 2 might also be either doing a collaboration bundle, kind of how we see a lot of these Horizon bundles and God of War bundles, or as well just kind of launch at around the same time. We've been hearing a lot of September, October leaked dates for the Spider-Man after we saw the initial people talking about it, the actors and voice actors leaking. There's gonna be a really big marketing campaign around the fall. So if you did want to have a really big PlayStation showcase event, in around the summertime, that make a lot of sense because they can, number one, announce a brand new PlayStation console. So this would be the brand new Slim with the detachable disc drive, or as well kind of like a pseudo digital or whatever it may be, and get more information off that. And then on top of that, do let the holiday season go and roll, and then maybe have like bigger news with, say, Final Fantasy 16, or as well bigger news maybe with Spider-Man 2. Like, just the timelines make sense. That's what I'd probably assume. And then Spider-Man was one of the bigger games. Obviously, Spider-Man's one of the bigger IPs right now in general, especially with the success of all the movies, etc. So it'd make a lot of sense too. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that this is actually legit too as well. Even Australians are saying this is one of our biggest electronics retailers here. Wonder when this was even meant to be going live in the first place too as well. And they're also pretty much saying it's just a digital only PS5 too on top of this. They're just preparing for the inevitable too as well, so they know it's kind of coming. A lot of folks are saying like it might sound like it's legit. There might be a short announcement too as well. I'm probably not going to assume it's going to be announced though on April, mainly because April does seem a little bit early. And I really do think they'd want to probably have a few months to announce it, build up the stock, send out the stock, and go from there, because if they don't, then what's the point? Like, it feels to be a little bit on the weirder side. But yeah, a lot of folks are kind of thinking about this stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, this is gonna be kind of cool, whatever, blah, 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 as well. So, I mean, they're also trying to do, like, they might be doing, like, an Apple announcement. They might release it in a month or so, but I still kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense for September. Now, I want to say, like, I think this PlayStation 5 Slim is gonna happen regardless. I think it's coming. As I mentioned, we've seen various other consoles be slimmed down. It makes sense in the prior SKUs, because we've had like 4 or so different ones at this point where they kept on getting smaller and lighter, which is beneficial for Sony if you guys have seen our other videos, because it makes the shipping cost go down, it makes the production cost go down, you're wasting less money on like things like copper and other internal materials, because that also goes down, and everything else in between. I don't know. So I think it's pretty much just like, still, if you guys are curious on your own normal console, we have not seen any big major changes when it comes to hardware. I think it's more so just in terms of what would be on the outside, maybe price point, but I think it's more of like a Sony change up. If you guys for some reason have done like your day one console or any of that in between, you guys don't have to worry about it or stress about it, because it should have the same internal GPU, CPU. It maybe runs slightly a little bit hotter, but it's not big enough you'd have to go and change or worry about that at all. But yeah, a lot of people are talking about this stuff. A lot of people are hyped up for this Slim, and a lot of people are kind of curious on what be kind of coming out to as well. And a lot of folks are kind of curious too as well, either what like the other updates to are to on top of that. Because like I said, they may have a slightly better maybe cooling system. So you have the same internals, same GPU, CPU, maybe a slightly better motherboard. I do think we've seen very, very slight iterations of motherboards, and then maybe a slightly better cooler, because that has happened before with the copper wiring, and then obviously maybe make the change in size-wise a little bit better. I'm indifferent. I probably will not be updating a PlayStation 5 Pro. I might. PlayStation 5 Slim, I don't think I would. I think I'd probably just enjoy my current console and go from there. But I do want to go and say there was a few folks over here too on top of this. As I mentioned, there was some leftover text on the PS4 Slim as well, and they did go and change the PS5 2 on top of that, which is why some folks have been a little bit on the skeptical side, because some people are saying like maybe it wasn't actually leaked out or whatever. I do think there is some merit to this though, mainly because why else would someone be paid money to update the website? We have seen the rumors floating around too as well. This might just be either a really, really early change, or maybe they just are also hearing the rumors too, and they're just assuming it's coming. But this is something like a Walmart, Target, Best Buy, or Amazon going out there and changing all this stuff. I really do think that there's probably some reason why. There probably is a reason. Like, someone has to literally get paid to go and do this. If people don't, like, it's just, if it's on like their to-do list, you usually don't add this or give this to employees randomly. Like, or else, if anything, it was also probably would have been removed, because this is getting a lot of media attention, people talking about this. If this was a issue, there's been many, many hours that they could have changed this as of now. So I think there is a good merit. Like, there's also a chance it might just be a completely random filler, completely irrelevant. There's nothing else tied in with it. But like I said, if this is getting a media attention, threads, articles, like there's literally like articles over here too as well from people discussing this type of stuff. People bring up the opposite. Like, you would think if this all came out and it's been out for a while, someone on corporate, someone on management, someone anywhere would either have officially made a statement or as well maybe reverted out the official website. But like I said, as of right now, they have changed it off the PS4. They have updated the website too as well, and everything in between. So I think the likelihood is a little bit there. Once again, still speculation. Once again, still rumor. It's not 1000%. but it is intriguing enough to go and note too as well. So a lot of folks are bringing this up. A lot of people talk about this. A lot of people are kind of curious. And like I said too, it just depends. But they have updated it too as well. So there is something there. Just want to give you guys both sides of the story so you guys don't get too clickbaited. But I do think it's coming either way. We just have to wait for the official confirmation once again from PlayStation to go and see. But obviously, I want one. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Do you guys think it's coming or not? As well, we have the Twitter down below, Twitch stream down below, all the Amazon links down below for the consoles that are currently still up on sale. Leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you guys all later on throughout today for more videos. Love you guys.